Queen means stability, longevity, respect, and the opportunity, I think, to look at the past and use that to influence the present and hopefully inform the future.
She's not only supported the country over these years, starting at such a young age. As a businessman, I look at her and she is the epitome of self-sacrifice. And if a businessman does not take a lesson from that, he's not a good businessman.
The Queen means to me stability, she means duty, she means absolute dedication to what she promised she'd do when she was Crown Queen all those years back. She's a remarkable and magnificent lady.
I think the Queen is absolutely incredible. Her dedication to duty and the way that she's reinvented herself over the years, you know, staying really current, which I think is great fun. I know she's got a good sense of humour, and I know that her and Prince William like a game of bingo, just to relax.
I have quite strong values, and the number one value is dependability. And when you reflect on the years that that lady has put into service for this country and how dependable she has been for her family and for all of us, it's kind of mind-blowing really, isn't it, when you put it in that perspective. That's what she means to me.
Tradition, stability, wisdom. The royal family have been part of my family business for a long time, since we received our first royal warrant in 1800. Today we're the only appointed perfumer to the Queen, so it really it spurs us on in everything we do as a business.
A lot of the principles that I was talking about in relation to Freemasonry, you can see it actively in the Queen, and it's no surprise that every one of our lodge meetings, the first toast of the evening is to the health of the Queen.
Britain and India have enjoyed a very, very long, fruitful relationship. So we celebrate that, we celebrate the Queen as the woman leader, and it embodies for all of us at Lakshmi what we aim to be, cruising through a lot of choppy times, good times, yet coming out really strong.
The Queen to me is an incredible individual. Her sense of duty is unfallible. You know, her leadership style, she has gone through 70 years with so much change in the world and managed to take the country with her. You know, for me, one of the most important things is the passion that she has about what she does. I mean, she really believes in what she does, and most importantly, she cares.
The values, the core values that Gatwards of Hitchin has as a business are very much aligned with the royal family and the Queen herself. Longevity, heritage, fine quality. We feel that we have a lot of synergies, with the royal family and the Queen. So she means an awful lot to us as a brand.
She has managed to pass through many, many decades of our lives, always looking after us, always looking out for us. So for me, she means a sort of great-grandmother.
I think the Queen represents quite a lot of things to me, but I've been in business a long time, she's survived a long time, lots of things that she stands for, I stand for.
We need to live up to that standard. She has granted us her patronage, and that makes us want to be better. We want to live up to the oaths that we take to Her Majesty.
Everything we do is massively sustainable, and it's this sort of foresight. And I kind of, again, look at the Queen and this idea of how do you nurture, how do you feed, how do you look after people. But this idea that we've figured out a way to grow food that uses a fraction of the current resources. And I think that's very much in line with the sustainability sentiment of the Queen.
What's very significant about the school is that we have 3 core values on which everything is founded. We talk about ambition, character and civic virtue, and they really drive absolutely everything that we do across the school, from how we design our buildings, to our curriculum, to the speakers that we have through the door. We really pride ourselves on, we're incredibly academically ambitious for our children, but having good character and helping others for no personal gain is also equally as important as well. So it really resonates with us, the idea of that lifelong service that the Queen has fulfilled.
For us and for our brand, and for me, the Queen means a person that is uniting all kind of ideas all over the world. She brings people together, she inspires ideas, she supports projects that are not just good for people, not just honest for those people, but also honest for the nature. And everybody that is presented in this book has a very big value on how they should treat the nature and what to leave afterwards in the generations.
Today sees the launch of the official Platinum Jubilee Pageant album. Today at Claridges we're expecting over 600 guests from all over the world, all of which have been part of this important publication. It was important for us to be making the official album available to as many people across the Commonwealth as possible. Firstly, the book was developed into an electronic format that has been sent to all schools throughout the UK. But today is special. Today is going to see something like 1 billion people globally watching this celebration. 10,000 participants putting on a grand spectacle in front of the palace, taking a route down the Mall and the surrounding streets. We are one of 3 official Platinum Jubilee pageant partners, which for us is just the ultimate accolade for what we do, as well as being the official media partner.
Well, after the pandemic, which was frankly awful, I think it's been a great celebration of what we do well in Britain, which is eat, drink and be merry. The pubs and clubs and people that make the gin and make the booze have certainly benefited from I'm sure every morning they've been saying God save the Queen, which I have too. And I think that everyone's enjoyed it, you know, actually mingling again where we weren't able to do that over the last 2 years. It was really rather awful, I think, for a lot of people.
There is a sense, I spoke to so many people on the Mall over the last 4 days while I've been broadcasting, and actually it didn't matter if they weren't royalists, the fact that people were together. That was what it was all about, coming out, being together. The idea that we would have this many people in a room, let alone the tens of thousands on the Mall this weekend 2 years ago, would have been unthinkable. But that's what we did. The Queen said in that speech, we will meet again, and that's what happened over these past 4 days. So God save the Queen.
Absolutely. It is something very moving. I don't care about politics, and this is the point of our sovereign. It's beyond politics, it's beyond everything. It's something that brings us together after the hell of COVID. Yeah. We're in the middle of moving towards a financial crisis, but we have 4 days of celebrate. We can come together, and enjoy Britain without being jingoistic or nationalistic. Just come together, and have a good time.
I'm incredibly proud to be part of the Safa family who are going to be, this book is in support of. And please share it with your friends and family and get people to buy the book, because the people that will benefit from this book are incredibly deserving. One of them is here tonight, Nick, who's one of our Chelsea pensioners. Another 2 are here, my friends Toby and Ross. And all the people that you know that are part of our armed forces community. They are the backbone of our country.
It is my job, I'm honoured to do it, to present you with a copy of the official commemorative album for today's Platinum Jubilee pageant.
So if I could just thank St James's House. We are hugely honoured to be your charity partner. For the second time, we were your charity partner in 2019 when you produced a book on VE Day. Since Richard founded the company, you have done a great deal for the armed forces. You've produced a book on the Royal Navy, on the Royal Air Force, on the Queen's 90th birthday. always looking to support those who have served this country.
So First Bank of Nigeria aligns with the Jubilee celebrations because we believe that we must celebrate heritage, we must celebrate a legacy of impact, a legacy of achievement. We're convinced that things like this is what brings humanity together, especially after COVID, what we've all been through over the last few years. It's great to be able to celebrate and to be able to celebrate great things. As a member of the Commonwealth, First Bank of Nigeria and Nigerians as a whole are so very happy to felicitate with the great people of the United Kingdom on this milestone.
Well, we feel the brand of BVI Finance aligns perfectly based on high standards of probity and decency, law-abiding and high standards of governance. So we try to always achieve those high levels at all times.
Pause is really bringing the Jubilee to life on the platform, so you'll see the Jubilee is celebrated on the website, across the website as an event. We're really trying to get engagement through our consumers to celebrate this huge occasion.
Mainly because it's a British brand, it's a London brand. The Jubilee celebration celebrates the Queen's life, the Queen loves dogs. So it aligns perfectly with the Jubilee. We're all very patriotic at Hugo and Hudson.
The Wilko brand is born of, we describe it as the kind of brand you like to have a cup of tea with. So let's just think about what we've seen over the last couple of days. Let's think about Paddington Bear in the palace. What does having a cup of tea mean? Well, it means a lot to the Queen, obviously, but to us as a brand, it's just approachable. You can sit down and have a chat with us. And I think many of us would love to sit down and have a chat with the Queen.
Alchemy is completely, in my opinion, aligned to the Queen's Jubilee pageant. We're focused on protecting the planet, reducing emissions. There was a great example in the Jubilee pageant today where the tree and the Queen representing protecting the planet was there, and I just felt there was so much synergy with what we're doing and what the Queen stands for.
Sodexo was really delighted to be asked to contribute to a chapter around women in leadership. It's something that is very fundamental to our brand, it's a value, it's part of our DE&I strategy, and we really want to support gender balanced teams, empower women and particularly champion women into leadership roles. So to be able to talk about that in this special Jubilee album was a great opportunity for us.
I'd say that the Taylor Family Foundation aligns itself with the Jubilee celebrations in terms of embracing people's requirements, embracing a joining up, embracing empathy amongst all types of people, and trying to give people opportunity.
For us, the Jubilee celebrations are not just a celebration in the United Kingdom, it's a global celebration. It's about the world, it's about the Commonwealth as much as it's about us here. So we've brought our partners from India today to come to see the celebrations, to be with us, to enjoy everything that's great about this day. And so it's a perfect alignment for us of what we are as a company, what we want to stand for, and that is always celebrating and upholding the values of the Commonwealth.
We are a wellness company that has grown rapidly, particularly throughout COVID, and we're thrilled to be invited to participate in the Queen's Jubilee in 2022. And it is my special honor to present Richard at St. James's House with a commemorative tea collection that we curated particularly for this event. We appreciate what you have created, which is a beautiful commemorative gift. And on behalf of Sahara Tea, I would like to present to you our hand-blended commemorative tea collection from Canada.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Well, firstly, thank you for the gift, but secondly, obviously, thank you for coming from Canada. It makes our day and our event so much more special to know that people are coming from all over the world.
Anglian Home Improvements have been going nearly as long as the Queen, so we're 60 years old, as I said, and we're British. Here we literally design everything, manufacture and install all in the UK nationwide. And I think that's a real testament to our longevity, and we transform people's homes, and you can have trust and pride in us, just like you can in the royalty and the Queen.
I'm Carl Hick, I'm the owner and the CEO of Phoenix Sustainable Investments and also a Larfleet Group. I'm involved in sustainable developments and house building and sustainable areas of all sorts of businesses.
We're the oldest family-run jewellers in the UK. Gatwood's was established in 1760, and we're now in the 8th generation, which is me, with 262 years of trading. So Gatwood's was established as a watch and clock maker originally, but now with ladies at the helm, we've moved much more into fine jewellery and gemstones.
So Lakshmi derives its name from the goddess of wealth, and in India, it is a dichotomy that women pray to goddess Lakshmi but do not manage their money on their own. That made me set up this platform and call it Lakshmi, because we want every woman in India to start managing her money through this platform. We help women across their money journey, right from earning to investing to borrowing, all their money needs.
So Toucan Hill originally, I think the royal family, it started with Princess Margaret used to come to the island, and it was a wonderful place for her. And then I think from her point of view and from discussing it with family and others, it slowly became a place where today a lot of the royal family still comes.
Okay, so Paws is a wellbeing platform, an online retailer for pet parents for their cats and dogs needs, and it's more than just selling products to the parents. It's also about offering a platform where they can come, they can get engaging content even before they've bought the animal, for them to come and understand what is the right pet for them, and then take them through that journey throughout the lifetime of the animal.
Alchemy is really focused on reducing emissions in the textile industry, so we're really trying to revolutionise the textile industry, and we think we have a very innovative, novel, clean technology to change an industry that is the second largest polluter in the world.
I love the book, it's absolutely beautiful. It's so nicely put together. I love the way it opens out, and the picture of the Queen in the front is just stunning.
The book is amazing. In fact, immediately I walked in, one of the reception ladies said, "Oh, I saw you in the book. You are looking great in the book." She brought a copy and showed me the page where my photo is there. That's already beginning to create a brand recognition for us. And it's amazing.
So I've actually spent 20 years working in publishing, and I think the book is absolutely tremendous. It's beautiful, a complete snapshot of all of the British, institutions, and a lovely slice of history for anyone to keep hold of.
The book is a remarkable production, I have to say. I mean, I was expecting it to be good, but not quite that good.
All in all, I think it's a book for posterity. I know that a lot of people are going to keep the book on their coffee tables for a long, long, long time to come. And we celebrate the Queen through the book.
We have already had some of our major museums have asked for copies to put on display, so they are going to become a treasured item within the Canadian Museum and Heritage Organization. We love it.
I thought the book was fabulous. It was beautiful pictures, great moment in history, and we're very proud to be a part of it.
I think the book is absolutely incredible, and we are really, really proud to be part of that. It's a legacy, there's no question about it, and I think the way it's presented is so professional, and as I say, we're really proud to be part of it.
I think the book's fantastic. The fact that it brings so many businesses together internationally, specifically the Commonwealth, it's really exciting. The quality of the book is clear to see, and obviously it's fantastic to see Paws featured. Lovely to see us in there.
The book is amazing. I mean, you just look through and you look at those images and you just think the past that she's had to navigate, the Queen, the brands that have been iconic with her as the time's gone by, I think it's truly inspirational.
There's so much history contained in there. There's so much richness and diversity. You really get a sense of what the Commonwealth perhaps means. You really get a sense of what the monarchy means through the voices of the companies that have chosen to speak up and to speak out.
I was so delighted to see the book. With all of its incredible imagery, the great content that was put together as well. One, is dazzled by the beauty of the book.
The book is wonderful. It has all the brands that align themselves with the Queen, the Jubilee, commemoration of the Queen's life, and so we're very proud to be part of the commemorative book.
I had a look at the book today for the first time and I thought it was excellent. The way it's been put together, the fact that it's been printed in Great Britain, which is fantastic, and it's got some great brands in there and the photography is beautiful.
I am very proud to be in that book, and as soon as I get a copy, I'm taking that to see my mum, who's in a home, and I'm going to show the picture of the Queen. She's always been a royalist, and she's going to see the Queen in a book and see her second son in it. That will be a teardrop moment for me.
I'm a journalist, so I'm used to the three questions you ask is how much, when do you need it, and actually it's only two questions, how much and when do you need it. It's been a joy from start to finish, working with the editors, working with the sub-editors. It's been, a joy.
The process of working with St James has been great. From the moment that I received the first phone call telling me about the project, and I didn't know really what to expect or hadn't worked with St James before, but it's been really, really smooth.
They were always there to explain, to answer questions, and to help out any areas you want to clarify. They were amazingly very, very professional.
I've dealt with St James's House on this book. I've dealt with them before. They were good to deal with, and I'm sure they'll be good to deal with in the future.
We really enjoyed working with St James's House, and in particular they were really open-minded in terms of how they worked with us, and I thought that was really nice. They didn't just want to hear from me as the head, they were willing to hear from the students and listen to their voices as well, and I thought that was really nice. Not all organisations would be willing to do so in quite the way they did.
Effortless. It was smooth, very cooperative, very willing to help and make it happen. It was a pleasure, actually.
Pretty well seamless. We did have the antecedent of working with them with the Prince Philip initiative last year, which was equally seamless. This has surpassed even that. So it's been very, very straightforward. All I had to do was show up.
It was absolutely wonderful. The enthusiasm, the determination to get across the line as fast as possible, made it clear what the deadlines were, and I've enjoyed working with you.
St James's House have been brilliant. Communication's been first class, which is the most important thing when you're running a project like this. So we knew exactly what was going on, what we were expected to do, and our expectations of you guys. So first class. And before you ask, yes, absolutely, we would work with you again.
I loved the interview I had with Robert Jobson. I loved the interview I had with Katie Nicholl, and I think they were both spot on in terms of the way they asked the questions and the way they've reflected it in the book.
They've been really professional throughout, very responsive, and I think they've been a credit to Her Majesty in actually setting this up.
We would work with St James's House all the time. Everybody we spoke to and worked with were very professional. We enjoyed working with everybody. Everybody was very knowledgeable, and it was just joy to work with St James's House.
They've been really there, supportive, right from the briefing of what they needed in terms of Anglian home improvements and the connection with the Queen. Delight to work with.
We've worked with St James's House before on other publications, and we've always been incredibly impressed by their ability to take our company's main features and values and really express them in a way that matters, in a way that aligns with the event. So we've worked with St James's House in the past, we're working with them today, and we're going to be working together in the future.
Working with St James's House has been incredibly easy. They're very professional. I was very clear on the expectations, on the deadlines, and we're super delighted with the result.
St James's House discovered us 3 years ago, and they presented our brand in the book Baby Sussex. This is the first time our brand went internationally, and from that moment people started looking for us. You can have great dreams and you can do really good stuff, but people have to know about you. They should learn your story. And what they did for us, they opened the doors to the world for us.
It was a pleasure, genuinely a pleasure working with St James's House, because what I particularly like is you have similar values to those which I have and Safa has. So integrity, honesty, your word is good, your commitment is very strong, you have never reneged on anything that you have said to us. And so for me and my team working with St James's House, it has been an absolute pleasure, and the product is a triumph.